Daredevil Born Again episode 3. Oh man, they gave us happy endings, such a happy ending, and then they took it all away the next moment. Here are my thoughts on Daredevil Born Again episode 3, The Hollow of His Hand. Spoiler warning, because we got a lot to talk about. First of all, I want to say that I really appreciated how this show so far seems to lean on the legal standpoint and the law stuff and, the courtroom stuff and Matt Murdock as a lawyer. And this Hector Ayala case is as interesting as it could be. But, I can't lie. Sometimes in the episodes, this guy got me like, bro, what are you doing? Did this man, Matthew Michael Murdock, just reveal the identity of his client as a vigilante in front of the whole world? And in this political climate, with Wilson Fisk as mayor? And look, I understand the judge and the DA crashing out over that. It's justifiable. I mean, the guy set his own terms and then broke it. Sometimes I forget how this guy makes me go from Matt, are you an idiot, to, okay, Matthew, I owe you an apology. I wasn't really familiar with the game. Because somehow, after all of that, he still managed to get Hector free. I don't know how, but that's Matt Murdock magic. And I think the reason why I love this Hector Ayala case story, and I know a lot of people do too, is not just because we're rooting for an innocent man who could be convicted of something he didn't do, but also because how much this contrasts to Matt's life. I mean, Hector is a good guy who's just trying to do the right thing, being caught up in all of this stuff, and Matt, obviously, being a vigilante, totally understands that. You can see that he's trying to use this trial to cope and to tell himself, oh, I don't need Daredevil. After what happened to Foggy and Bullseye, it really does seem like Matt has been trying to hide that part of himself, to try and convince himself that he's not Daredevil and he doesn't need to be. But now, after all this time of hiding that identity, he meets a vigilante who he has to defend, and he is hell-bent on going out every night as a vigilante. And I love this little detail of how he treats the courtroom like a church because he doesn't feel worthy of entering the church and being in the presence of God. But guess what? It only gets worse from here, because right after Matt tells Hector he can't go out as White Tiger again, he still does. And it feels like the writers of the show just went, okay, here's your happy ending, he's innocent. Nah, I'm just playing with you. Because he just got ended. And I can't lie, this ruined my whole week. To make matters worse. You see that? You recognize that? But I refuse to believe that my boy Frank Castle did this. I'm telling you, it's a dirty cop. It must be. I mean, they all have Punisher tattoos. Punisher is kind of like their idol. It has to be. But, these past 2 weeks, Daredevil Born Again has been playing with my heart. First with Foggy and now with Hector. And I can only hope it doesn't happen again. It won't, right? But anyway, so far, Daredevil Born Again, I think, is peak, and it's a great continuation of the Netflix show. But what do you think of Daredevil Born Again, episode 3? Let me know, and let us have a peaceful discussion.